Okay, this is an onboarding usability test of Upbeing. It's a mental health kind of like application. I think it's in beta. This is a desktop version. For some context, I've had an experience with this platform before, so uh, I'm familiar with a little bit of it. Um, I would say I'm a target user for an app like this, and from what I know, it's an app that would track well-being. So the task for this usability test, for this onboarding usability test, would just be to sign up for an account, I'm guessing, and as well as maybe start like using it quickly and evaluating it as a new user. So I'm just going to do a talk out loud now. Cool. Okay. So I land on the screen, and I like the colors. I like the gradients. There's something about the gradients is that's very. It feels very like much more kind of like new age in terms of as far as I guess apps go. I like the emojis. A little bit heavy on the text side. A lot of things to do. Um, yeah, it's a bit cluttery. Maybe I would use icons here. Google Calendar as an icon, Fitbit as an icon or image. So like, okay, click next. Interesting. If you're creating, please enter your cohort verification. It'll be in an, if you're creating a new account, please enter your cohort verification. Well, can I just sign in through Google? All right, so I can't, so I guess I have to sign in through the code I was given. So let me pull up the code. Uh, Okay, so interesting. Um, enter the code. So, I guess this is just like the symptom of a beta, right? So I wouldn't say it is part of the user experience, I guess. But all right, so going to Upbeing app and then type in the code. Interesting. Maybe my Brave browser is blocking shit. Okay, so I got that in there. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I see. So this was actually, I have to go into um like kind of like through this dialogue here. It's kind of like this menu option here, and I guess this was in the instructions. So I guess yeah, this is all symptom of just beta stuff. Blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. Uh, wait, didn't I just do this? Continue. Continue. All right, so I can incorporate data, but this is kind of um, da, 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 da. I can't sync this. It's but anyway, SMS. All right, I'll give you my SMS. Time for a check-in. I guess I'm kind of like maybe we're still building out the learning experience and like what directly like what Upbeing is going to offer, but I'm unclear why I should do this right now still. I mean, I'm doing this to support obviously, but like as a user, I wouldn't want to get notifications yet, especially because it seems pretty intense, the types of notifications I'm getting. So I think like upfront getting at least seeing the types of um, insights I would get about myself, um, up front would help me kind of drive through the set more because right now I definitely would not do this if I don't want to think about this really. Below indicate when you would want to receive notifications. I don't even want to receive any notifications at this point. So realistically, I wouldn't do this. Um, SMS, enter your phone number. Okay. All right. So should I walk through? Should I check in or should I check out the dashboard? I kind of want to check out the dashboard. That'd be my first thing. But then, okay, the first step is to complete a check-in. Okay, next, cool, very cool. Get you primed for the morning. Very nice. Quick reflection aimed at you giving you an easy moment of inspiration during the day. Wind down during the day. Okay, very cool. So it's based on like the time of day, basically. I feel like there could be some iconography or like UI to kind of represent that visually. That's what I think I noticed. Like definitely a lot of areas to visually represent things. That might be easier than using text. What do I want to do right now? All right, so I got this is getting preparing for the day. What do I want to do? Ah, okay, cool. So one thing I want to do is meditate after meetings that are longer than 30 minutes because I notice that when I'm like after meetings, I get really tired and then just spend like 2 hours on my phone because meetings are just that mentally tiring. Asynchronous meetings. So next, identify how you're feeling. Blah blah blah. Okay, cool. I like the colors already. It's much feels much more interactive. You know, right now I feel high energy. I feel high energy. I don't really feel too positive, but I don't feel negative either. So I'm gonna click on the middle. But is there a middle here? I guess I can't really click on the middle. Maybe I would lean a little bit more towards positive here. Ah, okay, so it does break out. Okay, so it does break out. Um, Very nice. I guess it'd be nice to see that it would break out. Like maybe if in this past screen, um, like there was some cue to show that it would break out more. Um, and it doesn't have to be a heavy build, but it could maybe just okay, this is pleasant. Um, I'm not ecstatic. I'm not exhilarated. Am I energized? Pleasant, pleased, playful. Okay, very cool. These are very cool. These labels are very cool. I think a lot of work was put into them. So I would say something about this. You know, like, oh, we selected out of 100, psychological labels to represent different, you know, moods or attitudes or whatever, this the kind of like the psychological scientific literature. I would show this because I think there's at least as a user who would wanna is kind of introspective, reflective, and performance oriented, like I appreciate the science. I appreciate the work that's being done to 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 improve life through like whatever research you guys are doing. So you folks are doing. So I think like it's yeah, like pull it out here, like oh, we looked at XYZ to determine XYZ kind of traits. But anyway, I'm feeling pleased. Yeah, very cool. I guess I would expect this now to pull me to the next screen rather than having to click here and then click next. Because the previous screen kind of brought me here without having to click next, and this screen doesn't seem to click through. So now, okay, I will click next here. Here you can indicate if you're content with your mood or if you'd like to change it, persist. I'd like it to shift a little bit more, maybe towards, oh, very cool. Whoever did the animation, very cool. Again, the first like animation I've seen, or at least I've noticed. Um, I would like it to shift towards a bit more of a positive attitude. I'm okay with the energy. Call a family member and express your appreciation to them. I feel like if there was a again like link the if there was a connection between the previous step and this step, like you know maybe like because you want to improve your mood or tips to improve positivity or like um something to give context to this. Obviously, it's something I can do immediately, but even just a label to this, like um, that kind of refers to what I was trying to do in the previous step, um, or even just like calls this out as like a action item or a prompt or like a to do, you know. Um, Obviously, like when you read it, it becomes clear, but some labeling here I think could make the experience cohesive too. Very cool. Um, explaining it. All right, I'm gonna express gratitude for 3 things I appreciate about my life. I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, that was nice. Very pleasant. So then, was I supposed to do it then? Um, like, what if I wanted to save it for later, that prompt? But anyway, okay. Um, think about the work immediately ahead of you today and try to consider motivation towards your work. Are you feeling the pressure to do it or have a passion for it? Think think about the work immediately ahead of you today and try to consider your motivation towards that work. Yeah, I think this um this paragraph might, yeah, it could be like um your work today. Um and then bringing out pressure and bringing out passion. Um, yeah, a lot of text. Those were definitely like a very text heavy, um, like app. Um, Probably getting in like a visual designer, or yeah, would be a good idea. Okay, so how much pressure is there for you to do your work today? It's okay. Oh, nice, this moves. Very cool. That's great. How much passion do you have for your work today? Mm, Very cool. So I think like this stuff, somehow if it could be represented like in the beginning of the flows, it would really make me more likely to give my notifications and all that type of stuff. So there's any way to can like show, okay, you're putting in, you're actually measuring pretty cool things, and you actually get a display of very cool things. Like any way to just visually represent any one of the things that we just did. This one or the quadrant from the last step there, um, would make me want to put in my data more, and get notifications. This stage is to help you transition to work. Attaching to your work roles will help you plan for the day ahead. Yeah, okay, so these contextual kind of like pop-ups are great. Um, I'm moderately motivated for my workday, and there's moderate pressure for me to do it. Um, okay, it's cool. Top work goals would be like do do 30 minute focused work sprints before before workout class, and then I would say two more. List at least two. Okay, then I would say I'm hosting a friend, so be be a good host to surrender. All right, cool. I give myself permission to focus on these things at work today. This is very cool. I feel like though the and it's obviously it's 100% just a symptom of building out beta. So like I'm already super impressed. Like I think like this has so much potential right here. This one has potential to be its own kind of like like really pulling back kind of meditative space, and that could be, the visuals could represent that, or a change in text size, or like a, because it feels like this is a very different space, you know, um, a very kind of intentional meditative space. It's different from the tracking and like the thinking stuff that we did before. But yes, I gave myself permission to focus on these things today. Actually, right after this, I'm going to do this first one, and after that, I'm going to do this because he's coming at lunch. Um, Attach. Okay, well, I thought that was going to be the last step because it's like kind of like a closing meditation. So maybe that could be, it felt like that was the last step. But okay, let's see this. Oh, if you'd like, you can block that time. Ah, okay. I see. So I would feel like this should come before the calendar stuff. I'm assuming it's because my calendar's not connected. This stuff should come before the the grounding meditation, say it out loud type of thing. But very cool that this is because I have problems blocking out time actually. So this is useful. It just seems a bit late. Uh, okay, interesting. Whoa, this dashboard's insane. What the heck? This is so well, like so fully featured. What the fuck? Yo, you guys been going ham. This is intense though. This kind of like this onboarding part, I have to say that there's a lot going on. Um, I like that there's a lot of things to do, but I would be overwhelmed. As a new user, I'd be overwhelmed. I'm obviously like impressed, but I'm overwhelmed definitely. What is this? Wait a minute, how do you have this? Wait a minute, how the fuck do you guys have this? What? How? How? Are you reading my emails? Okay, this is a bit weird. This is a little bit a tad bit weird. I mean, it's nice, but like I guess like if you let me know that this would be something that you'd be working on, I'd be cool with it. But this is a bit much, um, I'd say. Uh, this is cool. The time blocking is very cool. Um, cool. Survey history, nice, nice, nice. Motivation flow state. I can't wait to get this flow state thing started. Um, yeah. Okay. So I guess overall experience was great. I would definitely show more of what's going to be provided, like earlier, bits and pieces, even, like what I'm going to get in the dashboard, bits and pieces of the dashboard, like insights that I expect to get, like earlier before asking for kind of notifications and, connecting my data to it. I'd say useful. More focus on visuals, obviously, probably coming in somehow, like iconography to take out the text, the uses of text. Um, and and anything else? Yeah, like a bit more context between each step to, to show the research that was done and like, like and why I'm doing each thing. Um, that little thing about making the meditative step at the end rather than the calendar step at the end, the calendar blocking step at the end. Um, you know, just seems like the ending kind of like affirmation meditative step is like a last kind of closing thing that you'd want to do. Um, the onboarding thing was kind of like the pop-ups during this area was pretty cool. I guess like just even reducing the amount of things to cover would be pretty cool. Um, and and yeah, this was whoa. I mean, it's nice, but like definitely let me know as a user before giving me something like this. I mean, I guess I see truth to it, pretty true. This list of like people that bring me joy. Um, but um, but yeah, cool. That's the conclusion of, I guess, me onboarding and giving a shot of Upbeing, and gonna post in some metrics below, some like kind of like just um, usability metrics in there, um, of this task, and maybe even do like a transcription or something like that. But that will be it. That will be all. Let me, how do I get out of here now? Stop sharing.